wake up in a place unknown, not where I was, not fully home. The past still whispers through my veins, but I don't feel the same old pain. I walk a line I can't define between the dark and something light, not quite broken, not yet healed, just learning how to feel. Every step is unsure, but I know I've come this far. I'm somewhere between healing and hurting, not falling apart, but not certain. Some days I rise, some days I break, but I'm still here for my own sake. I'm somewhere between healing and hurting, where every scar is still burning, but I can see a light ahead, even through what's left unsaid. The guitar hums a softer tone, like I'm no longer all alone. The cello holds what I can't say, but doesn't pull me all the way. The rhythm keeps me moving on, even when the strength feels gone. And in the quiet I begin to feel a peace beneath my skin. I don't need to rush the end, I'm allowed to break and mend. I'm somewhere between healing and hurting, still learning what I'm deserving. Some nights are long, some mornings bright, but I keep stepping toward the light. I'm somewhere between healing and hurting, but I know I'm slowly turning into someone I can be, someone finally free. Maybe it lives in between, in every tear that doesn't fall, and learning how to stand through it all. And maybe I don't have to choose between the pain and something new. I'm somewhere between healing and hurting, but I'm no longer deserting. The parts of me I used to hide, I hold them closer now inside. I'm somewhere between healing and hurting, and for the first time I'm certain that even through the pain I see, there's still a better part of me, not broken, just becoming. road is quiet under tired streetlights. Every step feels heavier tonight. I've been dragging all my doubts behind, like they're stitched into the back of my mind. Old regrets whisper where I stand, like ghosts that still don't understand. But in the silence of this empty lane, I feel tomorrow call my name. I've been lost in the in-between of who I was and what I've seen. But even in this lonely phase, a softer hope begins to wake. On these quiet roads of brighter days, I walk with fear but I still stay. Every shadow starts to fade. On these quiet roads of brighter days, even if my heart still aches, even if my hands still shake, I keep moving anyway. On these quiet roads of brighter days, the cello weeps, my head in doubt. All the words are swallowed down. The guitar speaks in broken time. Second chances I can't decline. The rhythm guides my shaking feet, soft brush and kick like steady breath. And the bass beneath my fragile chest keeps reminding me I am not done yet. I've been running from the light, scared of what it might require. But every step I dare to take feels like a vow I couldn't break. On these quiet roads of brighter days, I walk with fear but I still stay. Every shadow starts to fade. On these quiet roads of brighter days, even if my heart still aches, even if my hands still shake, I keep moving anyway. On these quiet roads of brighter days. Maybe hope is not a shout, maybe it's the slow way out. Through the corners of my doubt, through the tears I never let out. Try to sprint, I try to fly from the reasons why I cry. But walking slow is how I see what tomorrow means to me. On these quiet roads of brighter days, I don't need to rush my faith. Even broken dreams can change. On these quiet roads of brighter days, now my eyes begin to race past the night, past the haze. I am learning how to stay on these quiet roads of brighter toward the light. The noise has finally stepped aside. No more places left to hide. The room feels bigger than before, like I don't need the walls no more. I chase the answers, chase the sound, till silence gently pinned me down. And in this space I tried to flee, I feel the calm discover me. I was scared of slowing time, what I'd hear inside my mind. But every breath I didn't defend feels like a place I can't begin. So I breathe through the quiet, stay with me, Let the stillness set me free. I don't need the noise tonight, I just need to breathe through the quiet. Every fear loosens its hold, every truth feels less alone. I don't run, I don't deny it, I breathe through the quiet. I breathe through the quiet. The guitar hums in open air like softer thoughts that linger there. The cello holds my restless days, all the words I couldn't say. The rhythm moves my steady breath, soft brush and kick undo the stress. And the bass beneath my chest says you're safe now, just rest. I mistook silence for the end, for something I could not defend. But in this hush I finally hear what's been asking me to stay, yeah. So I breathe through the quiet. Stay with me, let the stillness set me free. I don't need the noise tonight, I just need to breathe through the quiet. Every fear loosens its hold, every truth feels less alone. I don't run, I don't deny it, I breathe through the quiet. I breathe through the quiet. Maybe peace is not a sign, not a sudden shift in time. Maybe peace is staying still when the world demands your will. I've been loud inside my head, chasing things I never said. But here, when nothing's required, I find the strength I never tried. Now I breathe through the quiet, honestly. Let the silence cover me. I don't need to fight the night, I just need to breathe through the quiet. Every breath becomes my ground, every moment slows me down. I don't fear what's behind it, I breathe through the quiet. I breathe through the quiet. Out I'm here. That night the city fell too wide. The stars were distant, cold and shy. I sat alone with words unsaid, still talking to you in my head. The clock kept moving, I stood still between what's gone and what I feel. I held the past with shaking hands, afraid to face what comes again. I begged the silence for a sign, but silence only spoke in time. It was a night I stopped holding on, stopped asking why you were gone. I let the truth fall to the floor. I couldn't carry it anymore. It was a night I chose my breath over drowning in what's left. I didn't win, I didn't break, I just let go for my own sake. Your picture faded in the light, still beautiful, but not alive. I thank the love that shaped my pain and closed the door without a name. I used to fear an empty room. Now it feels safer than the truth. Some love survives by letting die. Some hearts stay whole by saying goodbye. I learned that holding doesn't mean you're strong enough to stay unseen. It was a night I stopped holding on, stopped singing our unfinished song. I kissed the past, then turned away. I couldn't lose myself again. It was a night I faced the dawn with trembling hands but steady lungs. I didn't heal, I didn't run, I just stopped holding on. Maybe love was meant to end before it taught us who we are. Some scars don't beg to disappear, they teach us how to move through dark. It was the night I stopped holding on and felt my heart breathe on its own. I let the silence fill the space where your name used to stay. It was a night I chose to live with everything I couldn't fix. I'm not okay, but I am strong since the night I stopped holding on. If you ever wonder where I went, I stayed. I just stopped holding on. The night feels colder than before. Your heart's been hurting behind closed doors. You smile like everything's alright. I see the tears you hide at night. You've been strong for far too long, carrying pain like it belongs. But even stars need time to shine. Even wounds heal given time. You don't have to hold it all inside. You don't have to win this fight. If your heart is feeling weak, let it lean on me tonight. Don't you cry tonight, let it fall. Every broken heart still stands tall. You're not alone in this dark room. This pain won't stay, it's passing through. Don't you cry tonight, just breathe. You don't have to be strong for me. Close your eyes, lay down the fight. Don't you cry tonight. The silence knows your secret fears, the weight you've carried all these years. Every what if, every why, every tear you never cried. But even storms run out of rain, even scars release the pain. And every night must end in dawn. Even heartbreak moves along. You don't need answers right away. You don't need to feel okay. If all you do is just survive, that's more than enough tonight. Don't you cry tonight, let it fall. Every broken heart still stands tall. You're not alone in this dark room. This pain won't stay, it's passing through. Don't you cry tonight, just breathe. You don't have to be strong for me. Close your eyes, lay down and fight. Don't you cry tonight. doesn't shout, maybe it whispers soft and loud. In moments when you finally rest and stop demanding your best. You've been brave just staying here, through every doubt, through every fear. And even now in all this pain, your heart is learning how to stay. Don't you cry tonight, my friend, this is not how your story ends. Hold on tight, the morning's near, even darkness disappears. Don't you cry tonight, just stay, let tomorrow find its way. You survived another night, don't you cry tonight. I'm right here. You're right. I've been talking to the walls again, trying to make some sense of when my heart got tired of being strong, holding on for far too long. The night feels heavy on my chest, like every breath is just a test. But in the quiet, soft and slow, I feel something let me go. I don't need the answers now, I don't need to know the how. If healing comes without a sound, I'll let it find me on the ground. Let the silence heal me, where the pain can finally rest. Let the quiet teach me I don't have to be my best. Every scar can breathe again, every tear can just be free. I won't fight this calm tonight. Let the silence heal me. The morning light feels unfamiliar, like hope knocking through the blur. I've been scared of empty space, afraid of slowing down my pace. The cello hums what I can't say, the guitar holds me while I sway. And every note reminds my soul that broken doesn't mean I'm whole. I carried weight I couldn't see, mistook survival for belief. But in this stillness I can feel what's been hurt and start to heal. Let the silence heal me, where the pain can finally rest. Let the quiet teach me I don't have to be my best. Every scar can breathe again, every tear can just be free. I won't fight this calm tonight. Let the silence heal me. Maybe peace is not a flame that burns away the hurt and shame. Maybe peace is learning how to lay my armor gently down. I've been loud inside my head, chasing words I never said. But in the hush where truth feels near, I finally hear myself clear. Let the silence heal me, I don't need to run or hide. Every wound that tried to shape me now just shows me I survived. If tomorrow comes in time, I'll meet it honestly. I am safe inside this calm. the silence heal me. I've been holding every should have been, every silence, every unseen sin. Carry like a second skin, afraid of what I lose if I let it in. The night kept score of all my doubt, every promise I couldn't work out. But in the hush before the dawn, I feel the grip beginning to soften. I thought this way was who I am, a mark I could never stand. But something whispers calm and true, I don't have to keep carrying you. This is the weight I finally release, not forgotten, just set at peace. Every chain I thought I needed falls away so quietly. This is the weight I finally release, I don't need it to believe I've been strong in all the wrong ways. Now I'm choosing these. The guitar opens broken doors, the nights I couldn't face before. The cello holds my heavy years, all the love, the loss, the fears. The rhythm moves me step by step, soft brush and kick like catching breath. And the bass beneath my chest says you're allowed to lay this down and rest. I ran so far to feel in control, mistook the load for having a goal. But in this stillness I can see what's meant for me will stay with me. This is the weight I finally release, not forgotten, just set at peace. Every chain I thought I needed falls away so quietly. This is the weight I finally release, I don't need it to believe I've been strong in all the wrong ways. Now I'm choosing ease. Maybe strength is learning when to stop, to loosen hands, to let things drop. Maybe faith is trusting time to heal the heart in gentle lines. I don't need to prove I tried, every scar already testified. In letting go, I finally see there's more of life left here for me. Now the weight I finally release turns the dark into relief. Every breath I couldn't feel now reminds me what is real. This is the weight I finally release, I don't need to outrun the past. I'm not giving up, I'm giving space. And it's enough at last, I let it go, I let it rest. I've been holding my breath in the hollow of days, counting the cracks where my courage decays. Walls in my chest built from all my mistakes. Every heartbeat trembles, every promise shakes. Morning arrives like it's unsure of me, a weak little light through the debris. But somewhere between the ache and the pain, I feel my lungs learning hope again. I was drowning in silence, afraid of the sound of my own reflection breaking me down. But in this stillness, gentle and slow, something inside me begins to grow. This is where the broken learn to breathe, in between the scars and the memories, where the weight of the past finally leaves and the heart remembers how to believe. This is where the shattered find their way through trembling nights into open days. This is where the broken learn to breathe. The cello mourns what I never said about the nights I barely led. The guitar speaks in a fragile tone of empty rooms and a silent phone. The rhythm walks like a careful friend, soft brush and kick that won't pretend. And the bass beneath my ribcage line gives every fear a place in time. I've worn my doubt like second skin, let every failure crawl within. But in this quiet, soft and low, I hear a strength I didn't know. This is where the broken learn to breathe, in between the scars and the memories, where the weight of the past finally leaves and the heart remembers how to believe. This is where the shattered find their way through trembling nights into open days. This is where the broken learn to breathe. Maybe healing doesn't roar, maybe it knocks on a quiet door. Maybe it starts with a fragile sound when you finally lay your armor down. I tried to stand, I tried to run from the damage I had done, but standing still in my deepest fear is what finally brought me here. This is where the broken learn to breathe, not in strength but on their knees, where the tears fall honestly and the soul is set at peace. This is where the wounded understand that survival is not the end. This is where the broken learn to breathe, rise again. In this quiet place, I breathe again. I thought the end would break me down, turn my sky to ash and gray. I felt the weight of everything start to slowly drift away. The ground beneath me disappeared, Every truth I knew was gone, but in the chaos of it all, I found the strength to carry on. I was losing who I'd been, but maybe that's where I begin. I found myself in the falling apart, in every crack inside my heart. Every piece I couldn't save showed me I was still brave. I found myself in the falling apart, in the ruins, in the dark. Not the end I feared to see, but the start of becoming me. The guitar rings like something new, not just pain, but something true. The cello holds what once was fear, now it feels so strangely clear. The rhythm pushes through my chest, like it knows I've passed the test. And the bass beneath my skin feels like I can breathe again. I thought breaking meant the end, now I see it's where I'm in. I found myself in the falling apart, in every scar and every mark. Every tear I couldn't hide brought me closer to my light. I found myself in the falling apart, in the silence, in the scars. Not a loss I couldn't face, but a truth I now embrace. To break, just to see what we can take, not to shatter into dust, but rebuild from what we lost. And maybe pain is just the door to something stronger than before. I found myself in the falling apart, now I'm stronger than the start. Every wound became a flame, lighting up a different way. I found myself in the falling apart, now I know just who I am. From the pieces left behind, I rebuilt this heart of mine. And I became The morning breaks in broken tones, through dusty glass and quiet roads. I walk the weight of yesterday, like shadows I can't throw away. My hands still shake from holding on to dreams that faded before dawn. But in the crack of fragile air, a fragile hope is waiting there. And I've been tired of fighting storms that only live inside my bones. Something soft is calling me back to who I used to be. So I rise in quiet light, even when my faith feels Every scar becomes a sign of the battles deep within. I don't shout, I don't pretend, I just breathe and try again. In the silence I survive. Still I rise, still I rise. The cello cries what I can't say about the nights I pushed away. The guitar weeps in broken time, like every fear I buried mine. The rhythm slowly pulls me on, soft kick and brush like gentle dawn. And in the pulse beneath my chest, my wounded heart still learns to rest. I was lost inside the noise of every doubt, every choice. But in this ache I finally hear a younger voice that sounds like fear. So I rise in quiet light, even when my faith feels thin. Every scar becomes a sign of the battles deep within. I don't shout, I don't pretend, I just breathe and try again. In the silence I survive. Still I rise, still I rise. Maybe I'm not made of steel. Maybe everything I feel is the proof I'm still alive. Still afraid, but still alive. I try to run, I try to hide from the truth I keep inside. But every step I couldn't flee kept bringing me back to me. Now I rise in burning light, through the doubt that once held tight. Every tear I tried to hide turned into my reason why. I don't need to win the war, I just won't be lost no more. From the ashes of my fight, still I rise, still I rise. In the quiet I rise, I rise. I tried to fix what broke me with hands that couldn't heal. I held on to the pieces I was too afraid to feel. Every crack I tried to cover, every scar I tried to hide. But the more I tried to fight it, the more I lost inside. I was searching for a cure in places never meant to hold. I tried to fix what broke me, but I was breaking more. Every step I took to heal left me scattered on the floor. I tried to fix what broke me till I finally understood. Some wounds don't need fixing, they just need to be understood. The guitar cries like a memory, soft but cutting through the dark. The cello holds the weight of me when I'm falling apart. The rhythm pulls me slowly, like it knows I'll find find my way, and in the quiet of surrender, I begin to feel the change. Maybe healing isn't strong, maybe it's just holding on. I try to fix what broke me, but I only learn to see that every broken piece of me still belongs to me. Oh, I try to fix what broke me. Now I'm learning how to stay with every fragile part of me I used to push away. That I never let unwind. And maybe pain is not the end, maybe it's where I begin. I try to fix what broke me, now I'm letting myself be. Every scar a quiet story of who I came to be. I try to fix what broke me, but I found something more in the pieces I was holding. I found my core. Not fixed, just real. I see your shadow in the light, in every corner of my mind. Your voice still echoes in between the words I wish I left behind. The days go on, the nights are long. I'm learning how to be alone, but every step I take away still feels like walking through our home. I try to hold what's slipping through, but time won't bend for me and you. I'm fading slowly without you, like colors turning into blue. Every breath feels out of place in a world that lost your face. I'm fading slowly without you, but somehow I'm still pulling through. Not the same, but still I stand, learning how to live again. The guitar plays our memories, soft and trembling in the dark. The cello carries all the weight of every broken, silent part. The rhythm moves me down the road, though every mile feels incomplete. And in the quiet of the night, your absence finds its way to me. I thought losing you would end me whole, but I'm still here, I'm letting go. I'm fading slowly without you, but maybe that's what I must do to find the pieces left in me and set my tired heart free. I'm fading slowly without you, but I'm can learn to love again. Changed its course from holding on to letting be, from us to finding back me. And though it hurts to say goodbye, I see the truth beneath the lie. I was fading without you, now I'm rising through the blue. Every tear becomes a flame, lighting paths I couldn't name. I was fading without you, now I know what I can do. I can stand here on my own and still feel like I belong. I'm not gone, just moving on.
Didn't wake up without your name. You stayed with me and stayed the same. In coffee cups and empty rooms, and songs we loved that end too soon. I tried to rush the healing part, but pain moves slower than the heart. So every step I took alone was learning how to let you go. I thought leaving meant I failed, staying broke me just as well. I learned to let you go slowly, not all at once, not easily. I held the truth and let it bleed till loving you stopped hurting me. I learned to let you go slowly, through silent nights and memory. I didn't run, I didn't hide. I let you leave me piece by piece. Your shadow stayed inside my days, little things and small delays. I smiled when people asked my name, but never spoke of all the pain. I kept your words like broken glass, afraid of future stuck in past. But every tear that touched my skin was proof I wasn't losing then. Some hearts don't heal by cutting ties, they heal by facing every why. Go slowly, not all at once, not easily. I held the truth and let it bleed till loving you stopped hurting me. I learned to let you go slowly, through quiet hope and honesty. I stayed with pain until I knew it couldn't live inside me too. Maybe love was never wrong, maybe we were just too young To know that sometimes letting go is loving someone on your own. I learned to let you go slowly, like fading stars at break of day. I thank the love you gave to me, then watched it gently slip away. Now when your name comes back around, it doesn't knock me to the ground. I loved you deep, I loved you true. Learned to live without you. Some goodbyes don't slam the door, they whisper softly, nothing more. And teach your heart through letting go how strong it learned to grow.
You've been counting every scar, wondering how strong you are. Every night feels twice as long, like you've been holding on too wrong. You ask the dark how long it stays, if it ever fades away. But even shadows lose their shape when the morning learns your face. You don't have to see the end, you don't have to understand. If all you do is make it through, that's enough, that's something true. This pain will pass, it always does. Even storms run out of thunder. Hold on tight, don't let it pull you under. This pain will pass like all things must. Every tear that falls tonight is proof you're still alive. Breathe it in and let it go. This pain will pass, I know. The silence feels so loud right now, like it's screaming how and why. Every step feels out of place, every mirror shows your face. But even hearts that break in two still remember how to choose. And every night that feels too long still belongs before the dawn. You've been stronger than you see, carrying what you didn't need. But if you fall, just fall slow. I'll stay right here until you know this pain will pass, it always does. Even storms run out of thunder. Hold on tight, don't let it pull you under. This pain will pass like all things must. Every tear that falls tonight is proof you're still alive. Breathe it in and let it go. This pain will pass, I know. Maybe healing doesn't shout, maybe it arrives in doubt, in moments when you barely cope and still decide to hold on to hope. You don't have to be okay, you just have to stay. Every breath you take right now is proof you're making it somehow. This pain will pass, don't lose your way. Not tonight, not here, not this way. Every scar will someday fade into lessons that remain. This pain will pass, let time decide. You don't have to rush the light. Stay with me, just stay alive. This pain will pass.
The night loosens its grip on me as dawn arrives quietly. No slam doors, no last demand, just gentle light across my hands. I thought goodbye would tear me apart, leave a fracture in my heart. But here it comes without a fight, like a whisper dressed in light. I don't feel empty, I don't feel wrong, just softer than I was all along. Maybe endings don't always ache, maybe some are meant to break like grace. These are soft goodbyes and morning light, no bitter words, no blame to fight, just letting go without regret of things I'm ready to forget. Soft goodbyes and morning light, yeah, where the past releases tight. I don't need to close my eyes, I let it fade with open sight. The guitar hums a gentle line, like every memory losing time. The cello breathes what used to hurt, now less a wound, more what I learned. The rhythm moves like steady air, soft brush and kick, no weight to bear. And the bass beneath my chest says you're allowed to take what's left. I used to fear the break of day, afraid of what it made me face. But in this glow I finally see the morning's not abandoning me. These are soft goodbyes and morning light, no bitter words, no blame to fight, just letting go without regret of things I'm ready to forget. Soft goodbyes and morning light, where the past releases tight. I don't need to close my eyes, I let it fade with open sight. Doesn't always stay, maybe it teaches us the way to loosen hands, to bless the end, without pretending, without defense. I carry grief like it was old, like every ending had to explode. But this goodbye arrives so kind, leaves no shadow on my mind. These are soft goodbyes and morning light, not every ending needs a fight. Some just bow and step aside, so something new can step inside. Soft goodbyes and morning light, I don't feel lost, I feel aligned. What once was heavy now feels right. Morning light, I say goodbye. Goodbye, and thank you. The night is heavy on my chest, like borrowed weight I can't forget. The stars feel distant, cold and small, like they don't hear me when I fall. I walk these streets with open scars, learning how to trust the dark Every step unsure but true, still moving even when I'm through. I've been breaking in between who I was and who I seem, but in the cracks where doubts appear, the quietest strength is forming here. I'm still standing in the quiet when the world has lost its sound. No applause, no fire rising, just my feet on shaking ground. I'm still standing in the quiet with my fear and my own doubt. No one sees the war inside me, but I'm still standing now. The cello hums my hidden pain, what I lost and what remains. The guitar breathes in broken lines, like all these moments left behind. The rhythm pulls me sliding slow, brush on snare like falling snow. And the bass beneath my skin walks me through where I've never been. I don't shout, I don't pretend, I just bend and rise again. Every wound that still feels raw taught my heart what courage is for. I'm still standing in the quiet when the world has lost its sound. No applause, no fire rising, just my feet on shaking ground. I'm still standing in the quiet with my fear and my own doubt. No one sees the war inside me, but I'm still standing now. Maybe strength is not the flame that burns the dark and screams your name. Maybe strength is learning how to breathe when you don't know why now. I've been lost, I've been afraid, I've been counting every shade, but the fact I'm still right here means I'm stronger than my fear. I'm still standing in the quiet with no crown upon my head, just a heart that learned the hard way how to rise up from the dead. I'm still standing in the quiet, not because I never fall, but because I always answer when my broken spirit calls. Still standing. I've been holding my breath in the hollow of days, counting the cracks where my courage decays. Walls in my chest built from all my mistakes. Every heartbeat trembles, every promise shakes. The morning arrives like it's unsure of me, a weak little light through the debris. But somewhere between the ache and the pain, I feel my lungs learning hope again. I was drowning in silence, afraid of the sound of my own reflection breaking me down. But in this stillness, gentle and slow, something inside me begins to grow. This is where the broken learn to breathe, in between the scars and the memories, where to breathe. The cello mourns what I never said about the nights I barely led. The guitar speaks in a fragile tone of empty rooms and a silent phone. The rhythm walks like a careful friend, soft brush and kick that won't pretend. And the bass beneath my ribcage line gives every feel place and time. I've worn my doubt like second skin, let every failure crawl within. But in this quiet, soft and low, I hear strength I didn't know. This is where the broken learn to breathe, in between the scars and the memories, where the weight of the past finally leaves, and the heart remembers how to believe. This is where the shadows find their way through trembling nights into open days. This is where the broken learn to breathe. Maybe healing doesn't roar, maybe it knocks on a quiet door. Maybe it starts with a fragile sound when you finally lay your armor down. I try to stand, I try to run from the damage I had done, but standing still in my deepest fear is what finally brought me here. This is where the broken learn to breathe, not in strength but on their knees, where the tears fall honestly and the soul is set at peace. Is where the wounded understand that survival is not the end. This is where the broken learn to breathe and rise again. In this quiet place, I breathe again. There was no thunder, no warning sign, just a softer beat inside my mind. The world kept moving loud and fast, but something in me gently passed. I didn't cry, I didn't break, no sharp goodbye I had to face, just a stillness I'd never known. Like my heart chose to be alone. I thought silence meant I'd lost my way, that feeling less meant feeling empty. But in the hush when nothing speaks, I found a truth that stayed with me. It was the day my heart went quiet, no more screaming in my chest, no more fighting every moment just to prove I tried my best. It was the day my heart went quiet and I finally understood. Peace doesn't come from fixing pain, it comes from knowing when to start. The guitar plays in open space, like all the noise just fell away. The cello holds the days I ran from who I was to who I am. The rhythm slows my racing thoughts, soft brush and kick undo the knots. And the bass beneath my breath reminds me I am still here, still left. I chased the fire, I chased the spark, mistook exhaustion for a heart. But in this calm I start to hear what matters when the sound is clear. It was was the day my heart went quiet. No more screaming in my chest, no more fighting every moment just to prove I tried my best. It was the day my heart went quiet, and I finally understood. Peace doesn't come from fixing pain, it comes from knowing when to start. Maybe healing isn't bright, maybe it's a dimming light, where the noise begins to fade and nothing needs to be explained. I was scared of feeling less, afraid calm meant emptiness, but in this stillness I can see my heart was asking honesty. On the day my heart went quiet, I didn't disappear. I just lay my armor down and finally stayed right here. On the day my heart went quiet, I learned what peace can do. It didn't take my fire away, it taught it when to move. No sound, no fight, just peace. I don't have words that can fix you, no golden lines to make it right. Just a song I wrote in silence for the nights you couldn't fight. If your hands are tired of holding, if your smile feels borrowed today, sit with me beside this moment. You don't have to be okay. Some pain doesn't need an answer, it just needs to be heard. These are soft songs for broken hearts, not to heal you, just to stay. For the tears that fall in darkness when you don't know what to say. These are soft songs for broken hearts, for the love you couldn't save. You're not weak for feeling deeply, you're just human. That's okay. I've seen brave souls fall in silence, still smiling through the ache, carrying the weight of others while their own hearts slowly break. If you've been strong for far too long and forgot how rest feels like, let this melody remind you, even cracks still catch the light. You don't have to fix tomorrow, just survive tonight. These are soft songs for broken hearts, not to promise something new, just a place to lay your sorrow till the pain feels less like you. These are soft songs for broken hearts, for the ones who love too much. If the world feels sharp and heavy, let this song be soft enough. Maybe healing isn't moving on, maybe it's learning how to stay with the parts of you that hurt the most and loving them anyway. These are soft songs for broken hearts, for the nights you feel alone. You don't need to be a hero, just breathe and let it go. These are soft songs for broken hearts, written quietly sincere. If this song is holding you now, then I'm glad you're still here. Some hearts don't need to be saved, they just need a softer place. forgot how air was meant to feel, when every breath just learned to kneel. I live my life in shallow lines, afraid of drowning in my mind. The days kept moving, I stood still, carrying weight against my will. But somewhere in the quiet pain, my lungs remember how to change. I've been holding on too tight to every fear, to every night. But in this pause I finally see what letting go could give to me. I'm learning to breathe again, not rushing through the hurt and fear. I'm learning to feel again, letting the truth get closer here. Every moment I survive feels like a chance to start again. I'm not broken, just becoming. I'm learning to breathe again. The guitar opens fragile doors to things I've never faced before. The cello speaks in long, low cries, like all the tears I kept inside. The rhythm walks me through the dark, soft brush and kick like gentle sparks. And the bass beneath my shaking chest says you're alive, and that's enough. I chase the strength to never fall, mistook control for standing tall. But in this weakness, soft and real, I finally feel what I can't feel. I'm learning to breathe again, not fighting every thought I hear. I'm learning to be again, without the weight of all these years. Every breath that fills my lungs feels like forgiveness settling in. I'm not lost, just learning. Maybe healing takes its time, maybe peace arrives in lines of quiet days, and softer nights, not sudden sparks or blinding lights. I've been afraid to feel this slow, afraid of what I'd come to know. But breathing in without defense feels like my first act of self-respect. Now I'm learning to breathe again, with every scar